Good morning, I'm Rachele Toniolo and I work at the National Institute for Astrophysics in Italy. In this presentation, I will first of all talk about how pixel art can be used both for developing computational thinking skills and in didactic astrophysics to teach how astronomical images are obtained. Next, I will show how to create a related activity. Let's start with the definition of pixel art. The name pixel derives from the contraction of the words picture and element and is used to identify the smallest section of an image. The smaller and more numerous the pixel are, the less evident the grid is and more continuous and defined the image appears. Therefore, the term pixel art indicates any drawing that highlights the checked structure of images. This technique can be used to develop computational thinking skills by using a code to recreate the image made with pixel art. Computational thinking is one of the expertises needed to face the challenges of the 21st century. In fact, it helps to develop logical skills and the ability to solve problems creatively and efficiently, qualities important for future citizens. Dealing with a problem in a computational way means dividing the process into different steps so that one can focus on the solution of a single action to solve the whole problem. Let's now see how this development can be done. Computational thinking skills can be achieved in different ways. The first is through programming, that is, by writing a series of sequential instructions that lead to the solution of the problem. Over the last years, various programs have been created to help children develop this competence, such as Scratch, a programming environment that uses a graphical and intuitive language. The software, developed within the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is used a lot in Italian schools and INAF has designed many related coding laboratories. A second way to obtain this important skill is through Coding Unplugged, which is the set of activities that use non-digital tools to introduce the fundamental concepts of computer science and programming logic. The advantage of this method is that it doesn't require the use of digital and high-cost instruments that may not always be available, especially in schools. In particular, pixel art can be used as a form of coding unplugged. Children are given a code defined as a sequence of colors and numbers that explains how to color the squares of a grid, with the purpose of creating a certain image in the same way a computer does. This is an example of a code I was talking about. The instructions are formed by numbers and colors. The numbers indicate how many cells must be filled with the color located next to them. So the second line, for example, specifies to leave 14 cells without any color, then one filled with red, and then again 15 empty. This is the image that is obtained by following the code shown before. As you can see, the picture is formed by different colored squares, the pixels. Talking about about the application of pixel art in astrophysics, one can use it to explain the concept of resolution of digital images. As I said, each of them is made up of a number of small squares called pixels. The higher the number, the better the image resolution, and vice versa. Furthermore, the way astronomical images are obtained by cameras reflect the method of creating an image using pixel art. Indeed, optical images are acquired using CCDs, instruments that collect photons through a matrix in which every cell represents a pixel. When a photon hits his surface, it frees one or more electrons, depends on its energy. The produced electrical potential is then converted in a specific intensity in the color of the corresponding pixel. Following this consideration, I and other colleagues at INAF prepared several astrophysical themed pixel art activities, including cards available both colored and in black and white. Every card contains, as you can see, the grid that has to be colored, the code to use, and a brief introduction to pixel art. Let's now focus on how these cards were obtained. The code is created by using instruments provided by the website ZAPLYCODE, a free platform dedicated to pixel art. Here one can exploit two different tools. The first is ZPixel, which allows to draw an image by coloring pixels. Then the program processes the picture and returns the related code. The second is ZCode, which does the opposite operation. By inserting the code, it returns the image. For every project, it is possible to obtain a black and white version where colors are indicated by a letter. There is also the possibility to share your own creations with the community. After creating the cards, we made them available on the website play.inaf, which is a platform containing various educational and didactic resources produced by researchers within the National Institute of Astrophysics. Every activity is presented together with a brief description of the subject. Currently, there is one activity for each planet of the solar system, one for the black hole M87, created by myself, two regarding supernova remnants Cassiopeia A and Cassiopeia 1987A, created by Laura Leonardi, one on the galaxy M77 by Silvia Casu, one about the Arecibo's message and the Perseverance parachute, both of them created by Maura Sandri. All the resources on the website are also available in English and French, thanks to Giuliana Giobbi. These resources have been greatly appreciated by Italian schools that, especially in these periods in which distance learning is required frequently, do not always have the possibility to use digital tools for coding. In conclusion, pixel art is a great tool for the communication of astronomy because it's easy to do with low-cost materials, and it can improve both knowledge and stimulate curiosity about a certain astrophysical object, and also the understanding of how images are obtained. The latter, in particular, is reached not through the direct explanation of the concept, but in an implicit way through the mechanics of the activity. In this way, the exercise is somehow maiotic. That means the users understand that they already know what is being explained. Indeed, pixels and the resolution of images are part of everybody's daily life. Here I conclude. Thanks for the attention. This is my contact where you can reach me for anything. I will appreciate any kind of comments or suggestions. Thanks again and goodbye.